Right, there it is, Bournemouth Pier in Dorset, United Kingdom. Just having a look at the beach now. A lot of people around. It's quite sunny, it's quite hard to do a lot of filming. We've got a lot of people around. On my phone anyway. People might look at me, think I'm talking to myself. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing my little Art Deco tour. Going to be wandering around, try and film buildings of the 1920s and 30s and 40s, which are all the Art Deco style. Before I start at Bournemouth Beach, so we've got the pier down there. Obviously one of the inspirations for my Sims 3 worlds. Pretty much how a lot of the British seaside towns look like. Walk up through here. See a yellow building behind those trees. That's the Premier Inn, that's a 1930s hotel. Try and hold my phone straight. My phone's sort of, that's better. Yeah, that's a 1930s hotel. So that was built probably mid-30s. There's a Bournemouth Pavilion as well down there, which I'll have a look at in a minute. And we work my way around the town. Got quite a lot of places to see today. So hopefully I'll try and get it all fit in. Otherwise I'll do a bit more filming another day. But yeah, you've got a close up of Bournemouth Pier there. Got to pay to go on it though for some reason. It's a bit tight, but that's basically what it looks like. Right, and the second building's the pavilion, but it's hidden behind a fountain. We'll have a look in there in a minute. Built in the 20s. Hotel up over there. Odeon Cinema. A lot of traffic down there, so it's not too easy to film. That's one of our cinemas. Zoom in. Got quite a few cinemas down there. If you look up over there, you can see a balloon. Yeah, they've got a balloon here as well. It's a bit like the Sims 3. I call it the charm balloon. So at the moment I feel like I'm being played in the Sims. So quite a lot of people about, a lot of Sims around. Quite a lot of good fun, I think. So yeah, we'll have a look at that pavilion now, I think. Right, this is the inside of the pavilion. Don't know if I'm allowed to film here, but it doesn't matter. We'll have a look down there. Well, a lot of it's original 1920s sort of stuff. Not allowed to go upstairs, but try and come back here another time, I think. So it says opened in 1929. That's obviously written on the plaque on the wall. Quite a few attractive features as well. Quite impressive. And there's the Odeon. Right, and there's another view of the charm balloon. Looking over the gardens. There's still quite a lot of Sims around. Quite nice gardens, quite clearly the Sims 3. Obviously a lot of landscaping available. Got a pavilion behind us. We've got original sort of doors. Quite attractive sort of building. See the beaches down in that direction as well. Right, and that's the back entrance of the pavilion. It's not open today, but you can see down the seafront again by the pier. Got some water down there as well. There you've got the Bourne stream, which is where Bournemouth gets its name from. That obviously goes right underneath the pier. Not sure how long it goes on for. It goes inland quite a little bit as well. Obviously this is the main focal part of town. So you've got the pier down there as well. See, hidden underneath this road bridge, which they built a few years ago. So it keeps the traffic away from people as well. Right, that's the Cumberland Hotel. Bournemouth's only Miami seafront hotel. It's got a swimming pool out the front as well. What we'll do is we'll have a look around the back in a minute. Got a bus coming. We'll have sightseeing buses as well. Yeah, well, I'll try and maybe go in the back, see if we can get a bit more interesting shots, but it's a nice hotel. Nice in the summer anyway. Right, and that's the back of it. Not quite as interesting as the front. That's basically the hotel. If we have a look, we've got quite a few blocks of flats down there of various styles. got an Art Deco one down the road which we'll look at next. Obviously Cumberland's the main bit down here. Right, and that's Grove Mansions, an Art Deco block of flats, very attractive, probably late 1930s. Don't know how much it costs, but there's an auction for the second floor, should be the top floor I think. They've replaced some of the windows in the flats but not the middle part, which looks quite nice. And then we'll probably head on the next bit towards Boscombe, where we'll have a look at Boscombe Pier. Right, and that's Wingfield Court, another 1930s building, quite close to Boscombe now. Got the seafront down there, quite a few other hotels down there. See, that's a block of flats. Right, we've got another little shelter here along the seafront. Oh, it's the cliff tops actually. Down there we've got the beach again. We've got Bournemouth Pier in the far distance. And we've got the second pier. Down there, this is Boscombe Pier, so pretty much near Boscombe now. There used to be a building at the end, but they demolished it. It's an old building. They've got a building at the entrance as well. Lots of Sims around, people having a good time. It's quite nice. So that building there with like the pinkish reddish roofs, we'll have a look at that in a bit as well. And there's Boscombe Pier. The entrance was built in the 60s, early 60s I think. Probably the last modernist building in Bournemouth. It's been redeveloped down here a few times as well. Got the Harvester as well, it's been extended a lot. Got a modern block of flats up there. You've got these buildings as well, quite old. So quite a variety of styles down there. Right, so we've got a block of flats there, quite attractive, Art Deco looking. We're going to walk up this way and we're going to see somewhere else. Right, and next we've got San Remo Towers. Quite sort of a Mediterranean sort of design building, quite different, probably quite expensive. Been there since the 30s I think. So yeah, this is the well-off area of Boscombe, quite a lot of large houses and flats around there. Try and get another view of the San Remo Towers from the front, if we get past the trees. Yeah, there they are. Hope I'm not going too fast. Very well nicely designed building, nicely landscaped, very Sims-like. I mean, somebody could build this in the Sims if they want. It'd take them quite a while to build them, but I'll be quite happy to see the results if they do get around to building it. There we go, San Remo Towers. Got a couple of flats up there, look quite 30s-ish. We're in some gardens in Boscombe now. So, I've forgot the name of these gardens, I'm not sure how long they've been there, but so if you look at there, we've got these other blocks of flats, probably built in the 70s, quite harsh looking. So a lot of the blocks of flats are always different styles, you see, so probably been Victorian houses originally, and then they slowly sort of replaced them, different blocks of flats, different periods. It's got another interesting building behind over there. That sort of whitish one, not sure how old that one would have been, but it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, you've got the, might be able to see, you can actually see the sea from there. And obviously that's the mainland behind. Let's have a quick look at the view. Look at that, we've got Sims out on the water there. You saw my last Sims music video, I had a few Sims out on the sea. Well, obviously they were on their little boats from Island Paradise. So obviously I kind of like making Sims videos, a bit like this sort of town, if you know what I mean. We've got a modern block of flats there. That one don't look too bad actually, so I'll approve on that one. Nice blue water. See that white bit there, the end of the land, the corner of the screen. I think that's the Isle of Wight, I'm not sure, but it should be. It's definitely in that direction. Obviously the Isle of Wight's separate from the mainland, but it's quite close to here. Right, back near the main part of Boscombe now. So obviously that building is just behind us over there. They're all sort of like modernist sort of beach hut chalets. They were refurbished a few years ago. So you're walking towards Boscombe Pier now. Got the Harvester, which is also a modernist building, which we saw slightly earlier in the video when I was looking over from the higher up bit of the beach. So I'm going to go in there in a minute, get a drink, and then I'll probably head back into the town centre. There it is, the last part of our tour, the Daily Echo building. It's a local newspaper, it's an Art Deco building. Bit like the local rabbit hole for a journalism career. That's pretty much it, so I'll go home now and then go in the Sims. Right, and welcome back to The Sims 3. As you see, I've got my Sim Amber here, who's outside one of the hotels, which is the Art Deco hotel I've shown off before. I called it the Embassy Hotel. Just going to try and wait for the little decorative features to show up. Got to zoom back in. Obviously there's a lot of content, so there we go. You can see these sort of like decorative bits here that are in the middle of the screen. They came with Roaring Heights. And the rest of the hotel's built as much as the 30 style as possible. Try and get a good angle from it. Maybe have a look at these windows. I've got a room there. I'll try and go down a few floors. There you can see a window there. Pretty much that look like original 1930s windows. That's trying to make the hotel look as 30s like as possible. So now I'll try and have a look around the town, try and see a few other places. A lot of the other hotels are Victorian style. I've shown them off in my other videos, but I've got a few 30s buildings as well. Try and have a look here in the main bit of the town. Got a few buildings, if I remember where I put them. Maybe send her over here or something. Have a look at the theatre type building. It's only a rabbit hole, but I like the rabbit holes. Looks like a sort of 20s, 30s theatre cinema type building. So it's only a rabbit hole, but it looks quite realistic. So maybe send her outside or so. So you can't see inside, but it don't bother me. But it's typical cinema type building. Have a look here, you can see a building just sort of was there and disappeared. If I try and zoom out a little bit, that's actually a shell which came with Showtime. Try and zoom back in. It's only an object, well it's literally, my Sims can't use it, it's nothing there, it's just for decoration, but it looks a bit sort of modern style, if you know what I mean. There we've got a few other little buildings going down here. This is a nightclub I built. I pretend it used to be a cinema, but now it's turned into a nightclub. It's got the decorative bits, makes it look 1930s. It's a bit too early in the day to see inside, but it's just sort of like a modern nightclub now. It's appeared in one of my music videos. Doesn't open yet, so that's basically one thing I've done. A lot of cinemas closed down, they became something else. And this one became a nightclub, and there we go, got the balloon, the charm balloon. Got two of them actually, try and look for the other one which is there. And have a look at these buildings. This Victorian one, by looks things I've forgot to edit the tiny little bit at the top, so I can come back to that another time. So yeah, that's sort of a nightclub that used to be a cinema. Do you want to have a look over here? Got an interesting building which we're going to look at. This is the day spa, and if you look, it's got a slight Art Deco look. Maybe that used to be a cinema. It's only a rabbit hole that acts as a spa. Obviously that comes with the base game. It's in Sunset Valley, but it looks like it might have been a cinema that eventually got converted to a spa. I've actually got something to say about spas actually in The Sims 4, but I won't spoil this video and do a rant. Can't be bothered this week, but yeah, this building here you can see is the fire station from Ambitions. It's not a rabbit hole, we can see inside, but it's got like a 1930s look to it as well, which sort of looks quite good. Adds something to the town, a bit of variety. There you can see inside of it. So it's got like a 1930s feel, which looks quite good. So I haven't edited this one, I just imported into my town. It's my firefighter's sort of workplace. That's down there. So have a look around other bits of the town. I pretty much might as well show this. I've probably shown it before. It's the school. It's a rabbit hole. Well, there's two in this place, but it's got a 1930s look to it. If you look around the sides, so slightly modernist. As you see, I placed 2 rabbit holes together because I used to have too many queues of children trying to get into school each morning. Children and teenagers use it. If you look above, try and have a look down, see how I placed them together. That's like a little garden area. Sims can't get there though, but I could teleport a sim in. They won't be able to get out. So that's the school. And have a look down here, we've got the beach. Got a little building on a beach lot. So obviously there's a beach lot here. These are public toilets with a shelter underneath. Based on some that exist in Bournemouth actually. I did film them in the walking tour, but I didn't really get a good enough shot of them, so I left that bit out. But a little bit of a beach lot, so maybe send it down there. And obviously if it rains, your Sims can take shelter, which looks quite good. And that's pretty much it for this video, so come back soon, do another video. I've got I'm a week behind, so I'll try and put together another few videos soon. Until then, I'll see everyone when I come up with another idea for a video.